Hello,
Come to
guys.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the weekly stream with DrinkandDraw and Tatjana.
Yeah, look at our
Hello.
girl Tatjana Junker right at the bottom.
Hi guys.
Hello, it's so good to have you.
It's so good to be here with you guys. I'm so excited. I've never joined a live stream before. And actually, I'm always a very shy drawer when someone watches me draw. So I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's just gonna be on the internet forever, but you know. No, it's fine. Like, hey, oh, Anta's in the house. Hey, Anta.
Anta
Good evening. Long time no see.
and Ben Benson 9 is in the house as well. That's awesome.
How are you doing, everyone joining? I also did some stories like half an hour ago, so maybe
Nice.
someone saw that at some point. But cool, how is everyone doing?
Oh yeah, by the way, Tatjana, you don't. I think the first pose we will just draw. You can get warm and just draw for yourself. And I think the second pose we can show your screen, or maybe we can switch in between.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it would be cool because we're trying out just showing one screen just to make it look a bit more sleek and nice. So I think we're just gonna share, like, I think Kevin is gonna start with Kevin is drawing, and you can totally draw along, Tatjana. And then at the end of the pose, we're gonna switch over to your screen and you can show us you drawing, and then you can do the second pose like live, basically. If that makes
Love
sense. And after that, we're gonna switch again.
That sounds perfect, like a perfect plan.
Nice.
Just gonna see if I can switch to see you guys as well.
Yeah. Oh, Multibomber, hello, and the real PKSIZ. Hey, I think I saw you on our Discord, if that is correct.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh no.
Tama Weep is in the house.
Sure.
Hello again. We already saw you
hello
this morning.
again. I'm back.
Don't worry.
Can you guys still see me?
No, wait a second. I have to. Oh, something. Oh, shit. Wait, no.
Here we go.
Oh no.
No, your webcam is off now, but you're still streaming.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
you're back.
Now it's on.
Here, I'm back. Sorry,
Yes.
guys.
No worries.
It's all right. And Anta is saying, I'm in a winter lazy surviving mode.
Yeah, same. It's like I really have to push myself to get shit done, but then sometimes I'm on a roll and it works, but sometimes I don't get on the roll and then it doesn't.
Actually, does one of you guys want to start?
I want to start.
You want to start?
I always start trying.
I like starting.
I want to chill first.
Careful, there's the iPad. Very expensive stuff lying on the ground for no reason at all.
So maybe for those that are not familiar with Tatjana, why are we drawing action poses today?
Well, Jan, do you want to say why? Or should I say why? Is Tatjana muted? No. Are you muted?
Hi.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
Okay.
I was
Sorry.
just distracted if it's working.
Okay, that's good. I
I
think we're drawing fashion poses because Diana is a very fashionable girl.
Yes, she is.
Aw.
I actually
Thank
met
you.
her in a fashion store, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna. Is it okay if I do that?
Yeah.
So we're like all in view.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then Eileen is very fashionable
I'm
today as
also
well.
a fashionable girl.
Yeah, look at you. You look gorgeous.
Aw, thank you.
Fashionable outfit.
But yeah, most importantly, your illustrations also, I feel like all the characters are really fashionable in of itself, but also like you really like to over exaggerate shapes and forms and colors. So I felt like fashion would be like a good way to express that in drawing, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
to bring out
Yeah,
your style.
I actually love the topic you suggested. Because for some reason, I think I love to include fashion drawing into my work, even though a lot of topics are not related to fashion. It's more the way, maybe how to draw figures. So I also, my mom used to be a fashion designer. So
no way.
I grew up just looking at her fashion drawings, and I think in some way it influenced me in a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe the way how to draw a line.
Okay. What kind of? Let's talk about this like in a second. I'm just gonna find the first reference, and if you want to, you can just pick the second reference. I think we're gonna go for like 25 minutes for drawing.
Yes, 25 minutes. And I have to check first. So this is this. I can close this. We don't need it. It's just taking away internet. And this is this.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Do you actually see like the stream and the references that I'm using?
Not yet, but I'm trying to quickly.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pick
you.
out a reference for me, and then I can. I really want to draw Machine Gun Kelly actually.
Yeah, Lena has a crush right now on Machine Gun.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah.
This is perfect. I love the colors. And...
I actually matched my outfit because I wanted to draw this picture specifically.
I love the pink.
Just a bit,
I was
well.
actually trying to dye my hair pink today, but it didn't really work.
Oh, no way.
Just has like a shimmer of pink, so I was really happy to see your outfit just now.
So we're all matching here. Okay, so this pose is gonna be 25 minutes already started. Just for you guys and girls and everyone non-binary fellows watching. So yeah, tell me about your mom. She was a fashion or is a fashion designer. What kind of fashion is she designing?
She's not a fashion designer anymore. She used to study fashion design and just create some illustrations and some fashion pieces in university.
Cool.
But then it was really hard for her to find a job while having loads of kids.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
have three brothers, and I think she was more occupied being a mom then.
That makes sense.
So she started to do graphic design, but I think in her heart she always wanted to be a fashion designer. So I grew up just being very influenced by her being very picky about colors.
Okay.
We had to choose one favorite color, and then having to stick to that, and that would be our favorite color for the year, and then we could only decide the next favorite color
That's hilarious.
next year.
But like, what would she make outfits for you then, or like how does that work?
She would make us outfits. She would change all our curtains in our room. We would or dye our bed sheets in that color. It was so cool. It's quite weird now talking about it, but
it honestly sounds amazing.
I remember just going through the years and remembering, that was the orange year, and
that was, oh my god,
that's hilarious.
That's so cute.
I love it.
So did you ever regret the color you chose at the beginning of the year?
Oh my god, yes, especially orange. My whole room was orange, even the walls. It was like a very vibrant orange, and it just makes you very aggressive in a way.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I had an orange wall as well for a time. So
you did?
I can relate.
Yeah, now I like orange again, but I had a phase where I really hated it. After living in an orange room.
That's so cute.
Especially, I remember getting this, these fat boys where it's the where you sit in this like huge cushion.
Kevin had one of these.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I loved it. I had an orange one, and
of course you had one.
That was when my color inspiration came from.
Okay. So you had the orange one before you decided that orange was your favorite color for the year?
Yes, exactly.
Oh man, that's so funny.
I find it so hard to choose my favorite color now, though.
I think it's very context dependent.
Yeah.
Because I really like pink as well, but not here, not in this outfit, for example. But I like it in like muted environments when there's like a pink accent. It's super cool.
Yes.
But
that's true.
I don't know if I would ever wear pink. I think it's also context related.
I feel like you can pull it off, like if you
Yeah.
like in a surfer boy environment, just like sunny California, palm trees, and yeah, wear like
Yeah,
a
sure.
pink t-shirt and like some sort of jeans. I don't know.
Okay.
No. You don't see it.
I don't see it. There's like this white noise instead.
It's-
Just
Oh,
more.
he's transparent.
I can tell you're just coming from work giving outfit advices.
So pink. I like that you actually got the off pink
Yeah.
shirt in there.
well, of course.
Yeah, I was
Same
wondering
shade.
why you'd make it a different tone, but then I looked more closely and saw it.
Yeah, because one of them is 100% saturated, and the other one is 110% saturated.
Yeah, true.
So artist's eye is seeing saturation levels.
Yeah.
Cool. So would you say that your mom being a fashion designer in arts, like in fashion school, and your upbringing with that, like influenced your art in any way or form?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. It was, I mean, looking at those fashion drawings, it was really inspiring. The way she drew and the way she worked with a very fast and loose hand or a loose line. And with fashion drawings, I think it was always about, or she had a lot of life drawings in her. She had this one folder where she used to keep all of those, and there were loads of life drawings where it was just a 5-minute sketch. And seeing those when I was really young was really inspiring to not think about it too much and just draw. And I think my mom was quite happy I was interested in her work. So yeah, she always she told me loads of stories in fashion school and about how she started to draw and what was important. And since that was my first teacher in a way, drawing teacher, I think that really stuck in my mind, even though I then wanted to do something completely different, as I feel a lot of people, everyone does when you grow up. You don't want to be like your parents. Now in retrospective, I'm quite happy. Yeah, she gave me those insights.
That's cool.
That's really nice. I mean, I would be happy if my son or whoever is interested in my work, you know. So I think that's a dream coming true.
True that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I mean, not that I'm not necessarily planning to have children anyways, but if I would have a kid, I kind of would assume that the kid would disapprove of everything I do, just to like not be surprised in a negative way, you know?
Yeah, I think
Abduct the child first and test it out.
Wow.
What about you guys? Did any of your parents or family do art?
No, actually, no. I mean, my father was pretty good back in the days. He wanted to be an architect, and I remember he and me, we were both painting with aqua, with watercolor, and he was doing like a very nice Vietnamese hut. I remember it to today because it was so masterly done.
Oh,
When I look at it now, it's cool, but like back in the days, it was crazy good.
you were like impressed.
I was so impressed and inspired, and yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, that's
that's
what he was doing. But otherwise, like I think nobody in my family was really doing artsy stuff. I mean, my cousin really liked drawing as well, and he became an architect. So
Works.
so it's kind of a creative family, I would say, but you know, not as what we're doing.
Yeah, something similar, but not really.
Yeah.
Mm. My grandpa always used to say that I have my artistic talent from my great 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 grandpa or something, because he was like a carpenter, but he used to do like the really like fine carvings on like in like churches, you know, like carving like really intricate stuff into them, and he would always just say, "Ah, you got it from him. He's like the only one that did something artistic."
Back in the Middle Ages, your grand.
Well, I think it was like his grandpa, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, my great times 170
great.
grandfather was really good at cave paintings. So,
Okay.
you know, I think it's only my grandmother who did anything art related. I'm like this black sheep in the family. Only person doing something medicinal or sciencey, I guess.
Okay. Interesting.
I was the only one into languages, really. Everyone is into maths. Can you imagine that? Maths?
Help.
Just, no.
No. Oh man.
To be honest, besides my mom, everyone else is in business school and doing something very different.
Oh, okay. So wait, then you have 2 siblings, right?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers.
Okay.
They're all younger than me.
Mm,
Yeah,
I see.
I think maybe that's why my mom was really happy. There was one person in the family who
Who like
wanted to do some artsy stuff.
yeah. I mean, my mom, yeah, she did some drawing when she was a teenager, and she's still pretty proud of them. And she kind of, I think she regrets that she never did anything with it. But yeah, she studied law in the end, so there wasn't much time, I feel like, for artistic exploration after.
But she was doing some nice color pencil things, right?
Yeah, she
remember
recently
some-
started, well, like
artistic.
recently, a couple of years ago, she had like a phase where she did it again.
Hmm.
She did like really large colored pencil and like pastel work. Very like saturated and abstract, but cool, like
Nice.
good stuff.
Atta just shared the story that her parents were geoscientists, and her father once jokingly said that now you have to grow up to be a geoscientist too, and she spent a year scared.
Oh no.
Because
That
he
she
said
actually
he'd,
had to do it.
yeah, and her father would send her away if she didn't do it, and then her mother cleared it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Interesting.
terrifying.
And that's also saying, my mom only drew as a kid, and I found her drawings once. They're nice. Also, sometimes I think she supports me being an artist because she hasn't became one. And maybe she sees that I make her secret dream true. Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think she's proud that you're doing that.
Thanks
She's
for
taking
being
the leap to be an artist.
Faith.
Leap of faith.
That's what I felt like with my dad, that he was like, because he was a doctor, and I don't think it was his passion. Like it was just like a really smart move at the time, so he did that. And he always, I think he secretly always wanted to become like a drummer or something in like a metal band or like rock band. And I feel like this is why he supported me when I wanted to move to Berlin, because he was like, okay, fair enough.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So when you moved to Berlin, that was when you decided to become an illustrator?
I actually decided to become an illustrator before that. And Kevin and I and Lars, we all studied at this small town art school. It was pretty not as
Peculiar.
pretty not so cool. And then Kevin and I and our flatmate at the time decided to move to Berlin together and just kind of like quit art school and self-teach basically to success.
To success.
Now look where it brought us. No.
Now you're here doing this live stream, and I love it.
Yep. Oh man. So Tatjana, how long have you been living in Berlin now? Because I know when we met, you were like super fresh, right? You've just moved.
Yeah, I just moved, so it's been. I tried to think about it. I think it's been almost 4 years now.
Damn, 4 years, really?
Yeah.
Time flies.
Crazy, isn't it?
Wild.
I've been here for 2 years.
Wait, were you fresh in Berlin then? You've been living there for a while.
Whoa.
But you were
5.5 years now, I think. So,
okay.
what the hell?
What the hell?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Yeah, it's 2 years of Corona. That's not really, it's not counting, you know?
Yeah,
2 years of Corona really
Yeah.
doesn't feel like 2 years.
yeah,
It's
sure.
it's so weird.
Yeah, we'll take those years off and then
Yeah.
it's back to normal.
I was kind of with the end would just go one day. By the way, we're setting the clock to 31st of December 2019. I'm just going to pretend none of this happened. And just continue as things were back then.
Love it.
No
I
way.
love that idea. Let's do that. Yeah. No, it's crazy how fast time passes. And I remember I was so happy to meet someone who was doing illustration as well, or because I was so fresh in Berlin, and I was just had that idea of maybe I could try doing illustration when I moved there, and that was so it was so nice to meet someone who a fellow illustrator.
Aw.
And also you introduced me to the Drink and Draw, to the boats, and it was so nice to have someone else there.
That's so
Doing
sweet.
the same struggles.
Yep. I remember
job.
distinctly when you got hired from the shop we both worked in, and like our boss at the time was like, yeah, so we hired this new girl and she's basically doing the exact same thing as you, and she's like has like the exact same backstory that she told us during the interview. And it was just like so funny. Who's this
Yeah.
person?
It was so funny because I feel like we were all a creative bunch of people
At that
working
time,
in the store,
sure.
but actually wanting to do something completely different.
Yep.
The whole
It's true.
Yeah, it's
A lot of
crazy, right? Micha as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and Sarah was
yeah.
drawing well and doing also her fashion store that
Yep.
she then wanted to do in Barcelona.
Sarah is now a tattoo artist, I think.
Yeah, now she's doing tattoos. So cool. I love that.
Mm.
Have you guys ever turned any of your illustrations into tattoos?
Actually, we're about to.
Oh, we're about to do that.
We're about to do that.
Really?
Literally like next Monday.
Yeah.
Like
No
Yeah.
way.
I'm gonna get.
Are you guys doing it yourself or is someone
No.
else?
Actually, shout out to Annabelle because she's gonna be on the. Oh, I was just about to say on the podcast on the stream in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
And
the last week of
the last week
February.
of February. She's a tattoo artist and very good friend of us, and she's gonna turn a drawing that Kevin made and I kind of like
Refined.
into a tattoo for me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna get it?
On the ribs because it's gonna
Damn.
hurt like shit. And that's
Yeah,
the
you're
point.
doing the full experience.
Do you have a tattoo there or no?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Still too scared
Ah.
for that. And I only have some on my arms, where it doesn't hurt a lot.
Yeah, I only have very, very small ones on my arms, so I'm interested in how the rib thing is gonna go, but
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
I'm sure it will. It's a nice if you know it's for a tattoo, I feel like pain is a lot more endurable.
Honestly, yeah.
It's a low price to pay for something permanent.
Yep.
Exactly. But what an honor,
Yeah.
Kevin, to have your have your illustration.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen it now.
I haven't actually refined it yet.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's why.
I was like, oh, it sounds cool. Where is it now? Yeah. I mean, Eileen really wanted that for Christmas. She wanted a drawing of Aliyah, or a tattoo design of Aliyah, and no, a tattoo design, but not necessarily of Aliyah. But Aliyah was like the, it's
The obvious choice.
the
I guess.
obvious choice for me at least. So
And then it became even more obvious this January.
Is that the drawing that you posted late
No, that was a different one.
the other day?
You mean today or?
oh, the painting.
Because Kevin posted a painting of Aliyah today on his Instagram.
I can't hear you guys just now.
Oh, can you hear us now? Did we do anything?
No.
Do-do-do.
Did we press a button? that
Did we
shouldn't have
press the
pressed?
button?
Sorry, guys, you were gone there for a second.
Okay, can you hear us now?
Can you hear
I
us?
can. Yeah, now I
Okay.
can hear
Alright,
you.
okay.
Cool.
Wait a second.
Do-do.
So Anta's writing. It is such a pity that most.
You need to
Oh no,
the
the.
one above that.
Oh my God, Anta, you should write a book.
Would you like me to paraphrase?
You want to paraphrase?
Want me to paraphrase?
Yeah, sure.
She was saying that it was important to her to show that, to her parents specifically, that art is something that you need to work for and you need to study, and not something you pick up as a hobby. And it's a pity that most people still think that it's just something you do on the side, and you could have studied something real instead.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Um,
Do you guys hear that a lot? Of like, how do you earn your money?
It's often in Berlin, thankfully.
Not really, honestly.
Yeah, that's good.
But,
Yeah, true.
Do you want to tell us about your Instagram messaging today,
Oh
Kevin?
no, I don't want to tell it.
okay,
No,
okay.
it's an old friend, and I don't want to.
Yeah, no.
Why should I put
You,
this online?
you don't have to like
Don't name them.
yeah, don't say any specifics, but just the conversation you had basically.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay. So I had a conversation, and he was asking me if I could draw his car. I was like, yeah, sure, man, I can draw your car, and I haven't heard of him from
Oh no, I know
Of
what's gonna
like-
happen.
6 years or 7 or 8 years, and then and I was like, yeah, send me a photo, and what's your budget for it? And he was like, I don't know, give me a special offer. And I was like, man, dude, I haven't seen you in like 8 years. Why should I give you a special offer? And then I gave him a price, and he was like, dude, ciao. I
No.
was like, dude, I think I have better things to do to draw your freaking car for no money. So yeah, that was my conversation.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I think you handled it really well because you weren't rude, but you were like really clear about it. You know, you weren't like,
Yeah.
oh no, haha, that's not enough. But you were like, listen, this is my day rate, and if you
Yeah.
don't want to pay that, then that's too bad. But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna draw your car
Yeah.
for free.
yeah, right.
Like,
I mean, it wasn't for free. I think it was just too expensive, and I was like, maybe if you wanted to pay me less, I can draw Leah for him. It's something I want to draw anyway,
yeah,
So, but I wouldn't just draw some random car for
for random.
a random dude, and yeah. So, I mean, he's an old friend, but still,
But like very old.
yeah, very old. And then asking for a special offer right off the blue. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That felt a bit weird.
The thing with art is always people expect that you do it for fun. So why should it
Costs.
shouldn't matter to you
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
more pricey or it takes longer.
True. That's actually what one of our old teachers in art school said, and I think it's really actually a pretty good quote from him. It's from Detlef, because he was telling that one time he had a job offer for something, and he was naming his like price or his like what the expense would be for the customer, and the person supposedly literally said like, oh, wouldn't you just want to do it for the laughter of the children, basically, because it was like a project involving
This
children.
fucker, man.
And he was just like, listen, I don't live by the laughter of the children. I mean, that's cool and all. Like, I enjoy bringing joy to children, but honestly, it's not. It's a job. It's literally a job.
Yeah, it's time.
Oh,
You're spending
man.
time, and
Yeah.
the rent you have to pay it as well.
So yeah,
Whatever.
you can't really just do it for the Kinderlachen, you know.
Yeah, Anta is saying the same. it's always, but you like drawing and enjoy the process. Why do you even want to be paid? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's our stupid society where work has to be unbearable to qualify as work. And I guess medicine needs to be bitter to work too.
Maybe that's a society thing, you know.
Yeah, so.
Work should feel like work, like hard work.
But drawing is work, or would you not agree that drawing is a lot of times not as fun as you would think it is when you're not drawing? You know what I mean? Like, it's so much pain and agony you have to go through sometimes in order to produce something worthwhile, no?
Definitely. Especially for jobs. It seems sometimes, it just seems like something at the beginning in the idea stages, it's really fun and you can experiment a lot. And but then having to actually do the whole drawing, sometimes just, put on a podcast or something in the background. It's a nice process, but I have stages where a lot of the time I hate what I'm doing.
All right. That's it actually for my drawing. I would really like to continue because it is like a very rough stage. It was just too invested in
Sure.
our talk.
We can. You want to continue now? We can show.
Yeah, we can show Tatjana's.
Tatjana's work now. If you want to show it now, or maybe later.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Switch. Nice.
All right.
Can't see the head.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's too far up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now it's.
That's definitely one of Machine Gun Kelly.
That's awesome. Yeah. Love it.
At the car. So cool.
Is it in the middle now?
Yeah, it's perfect. You
Yeah.
can see it.
Perfectly
Okay.
centered. All
I'll
things
move it
should
then.
So we can choose another one, or.
Oh yeah, Tatjana, do you want to choose one of the references and just tell us which one, and then we go look for
Yes,
it?
I'd love to. Let me see.
In the meantime, Tumbleweed was also mentioning this thing that parents and family generally do, where they ask, "Hey, can you draw my wife/brother's portrait for free?" And I mean, I've had that happen a couple times. My reply usually is I pick their job and ask something for free from their area of expertise, and then they turn around and look weird.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, you work in a car store. Can you do like a full checkup of a car for an hour for free?"
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
honestly,
what
like,
about
yeah, did you find something?
number 6? It's with the red turtleneck and the brown yellow coat with squares on it. I love the pose and the big coat, so I thought maybe
It's really nice. I know exactly what you mean. These are, by the way, really nice references you've chosen, and
Thank you.
this one,
yeah,
right?
I love them.
That one?
Yeah, with the red color, yeah.
New one.
Wait, but are we sure? Because you mean the
Yes, that one.
So, with like, how do I describe this guy? Do I describe the coat, the jeans, the turtleneck, the hair? I don't know.
And the cool pose.
All right. I think I'll just draw it now.
Yeah.
So this won't be the stream, but later in the Discord.
Neat. Going back to work and it having to be, I guess, terrible to qualify as work. I like this implication that there is like a ministry of work that just goes into your house and watches you as you work, goes into your workplace, and as soon as you're enjoying it, they just slap you on the hand and go, "Oh, now you're enjoying it. You cannot charge money for it anymore."
No.
With this German accent as well.
Of course. The ministry has decided that you have to actually give all the money back now.
Oh man. Cool. So everyone wondering, we're going to see Tatjana's painting now, and Kevin is going to show his painting at the end of the pose.
It's kind of nice not showing my painting now. You know, kind of nice.
You're like painting in secret now.
I'm painting in secret.
So sneaky.
Are you drawing on a tablet, on a Wacom tablet?
Yes, the classic Intuos Pro.
The classic, I love it.
It's really a classic.
And it's very sturdy as well. It's not breaking.
So
It's
durable.
working most of the times.
It's so interesting to see someone actually live draw and see every line they do. I guess if you go to a normal live drawing session, you focus a lot on what you are drawing on paper, but you never really see every little detail they change or
Yeah. It's very intimate, you know. I can see every single line.
Every
such an
mistake.
intimate
Every
process.
mistake, but
Yeah.
it's also, I mean,
People breathing down your neck.
we all do mistakes,
Yeah, it's fine.
and we all try.
Especially drawing on a tablet, I feel like usually that's something I always do on my own. If I'm sketching on paper, that's usually when I'm around people or we're just doing like a little live drawing session, taking it to a cafe or something. But drawing on the tablet is usually a lot just on my desk.
So,
Nice experience.
I stalked your Instagram today because I do that sometimes. And I found a post where you said that you wanted to experiment a little bit more with like more scribbly, sketchy looks and not as much like polished, like digital work. How's that going? Like, how's your current style, or like what do you like more right now? The digital vibey things or like the more sketchy paper stuff? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think I always prefer the more sketchy style. If it makes sense. Not the not so polished versions.
Yeah.
Even if I look at work, I love to see some faults in there and something that's not super perfect. And it's quite easy to make something look more polished if you work digitally, because you can correct so many things.
Yeah.
So it would be so nice to not do that. Yeah, but I'm still working on it. Sometimes it's not so easy to let go of the perfection.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, what I always felt like was that a lot of things that are charming when you see them in a sketchbook, like if they're imperfections and stuff that is just a bit rough or like just plain out doesn't make sense, like perspectively, or just is weird or corrected, you see it in a sketchbook and it's like, oh, that's really nice, I love that. But I feel like as soon as you translate it into digital, like you would, for example, scan the sketchbook page, it like loses so much of the charm and it just looks plain wrong. Do you have that sometimes?
Definitely. Sometimes it's even just the way you lay it out in your sketchbook. And then as soon as it's digitally with a very vibrant, bright background, somehow something is missing then again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a balance between having something that looks like you've taken it out of my pen. I just dropped it. That looks like something you took out of your sketchbook, but then is digitally, so you can still change things, and it's also a lot easier and faster to work on a tablet.
True.
Especially if you have to do it for work.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys feel or go through stages with your work, but I think lately I've not been very happy with what I've been doing. So I'm still trying to get that looseness again, and I think I always enjoy drawing the most if I don't put too much thought into it and just do some loose sketches. And yeah, for client work, or if it's someone who commissions you to do something, always this pressure for it to be more perfect or more polished, and then it's quite easy for me to lose that playfulness. So for personal work, I've been trying to let go of that a little bit.
I think it is always some kind of balance that you're trying to strike with finished work as well, because I feel like you can get some kind of looseness in finished work as well. It's just I think it's just about the way you, like how efficient you can set your brushstrokes, for example, because if they're on the right spot, you don't need as many brushstrokes, so you don't lose the sketchy look of it, you know. For me, a good example is John Singer Sargent. It looks super finished, but if you look closely there, like you can see every single brushstroke, and it keeps the freshness. I don't know. I think it's always some kind of balance then. It's trying out what you can take away from your drawing and still make it look finished.
Yeah, that's so true.
But it's also like a bold move almost to send like sketchy work to a client, I feel like, because sometimes you feel like that they might not see the beauty in it, or you need to explain what you mean, or like they're like, okay, so this is clearly just a sketch, you know what I mean? Like it takes some sort of like confidence to be like, yeah, this is the finished thing. Cool, right? We cool?
I know it looks unfinished, but actually it's finished.
Yeah.
It always depends on who you're talking to or how open-minded someone is. I guess it's also just how confident you are. And it always depends, I guess, on the mood.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Jones, for example, he's also he's also doing those loose finished artworks. It's just, I don't know, it's just, I think the formula for this is for this to work is to really try to keep it simple and very precise. Yeah. I don't know.
True.
What's the name of this insane landscape artist that worked for Guild Wars 2? Prince?
Theo Prince?
Theo Prince, yeah. Because his work is
traditional, no?
No.
Mm.
But I think he starts traditional, actually.
Niels Ham also works traditional, or starts traditional, and then works on his oil paintings with digital art. And his work is also very ethereal, I'd say, like where a lot of the edges are lost and it looks not finished, but it totally works every single time somehow. Which is not fair, I will point out. This should work, and yet it does.
Classic.
I prefer that work, honestly. It's like the unfinished is like a promise that could turn out to be anything. Whereas with finished work, there's nowhere else, like nothing you can imagine where it could go.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
I think the brain likes a lot of those not finished things because, you can just imagine more to it.
Yeah.
More realism, kind of. The feel is probably more realistic.
I mean,
that's true.
Your eyes don't see everything super sharp and finished either, so it just makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So could you guys do you draw more digitally or on paper? Is there a difference when you draw digitally?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, definitely. Like I think in art school, I mostly got obsessed with life drawing, which I did mostly traditionally. Like I did my anatomy studies digitally and did my actual life drawing in person traditionally. And I realized very late that I needed to actually illustrate in my illustration course. And
What?
yeah, like 5 months before the thesis. So because of time and because I'd only really practiced digitally before, and because all my idols and inspiration were mostly digital, I worked on illustration like that. And I don't think I could imagine like swapping over to oils or what's the unwieldy one called?
Acrylic?
Yes, acrylics, thank you.
Unwieldy one.
The unwieldy one. Because it's so much slower. Maybe eventually. There's like this interesting trend of a couple artists recreating their digital art in traditional media
Ooh.
to sell them.
That's awesome.
It's
That's
really cool.
Actually, that's what I'm doing right now, kind of, with the fish painting. I mean, I'm not particularly trying to sell it, but it's a digital artwork that I'm
Bless you.
turning into painting.
It's definitely an interesting exercise. And
Yeah.
to see like the difference in style too.
Yep. Interesting.
It's weird because you know that in my traditional life drawing I'm way more concise with my strokes. And with my digital ones I undo a lot. Which is
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's so easy to correct again.
Yeah.
Oh, the line needs to be perfect.
I also catch myself when I've been drawing a lot of digitally, because I draw on my iPad. I scroll into the drawing a lot, and when I'm then drawing on paper, I catch myself doing this on paper, and then obviously nothing is zooming into the
Yeah.
into the drawing.
So you find yourself kissing the paper with your eyeball.
Exactly. It's like
Graphic.
actually
Nightbot
gets
is gonna be like,
closer.
that's too graphic, guys.
I'm gonna put myself in timeout. You talk now.
Interesting. Yeah, actually, like, I used to start like almost all my drawings traditionally, and then
Yeah.
scan them at some point, and then like also finishing almost all my drawings digitally. So almost all my drawings are mixed media in that way. But right now, I found an iPad. So
Just lazy.
I just burnt my sketchbook and haven't touched it since. No, actually, that's true. But I only had the iPad for 2 weeks, so it's fine, I guess.
Whoa.
I'm just figuring it out. Yeah, I would say I like the mixed media thing, and I like to, like what you said, Tatjana, to try to make it look like it's only traditional, but it's actually not. Because there's so much more stuff you can do digitally. So I'm trying to master the how do I touch up paintings and drawings without them looking like super digital.
Yeah, I do love drawing digitally. It's so fast. I'm actually not a very patient person sometimes. So it really gives you such a good freedom to change colors quickly if you change your mind.
Oh my god, yeah.
Even though I'm very messy with working in layers. That's something everyone always tells me. You have to name your layers. The system, and it actually happens to me a lot. To then having to kind of manipulate a layer because I've been drawing in the wrong one
Yeah.
all the time.
We all know that.
Relatable.
So Eileen Anta welcomes you to the club/cult and asks what software you use.
On the tablet or
Yeah.
Procreate right now.
Yes.
Are there any other softwares to use? Really?
I guess there technically are, but why would you? I guess.
You can use Adobe Fresco.
I mean,
Why are you laughing?
because no one uses any Adobe program just because they want to. Usually they use it because it's the only one that works. Kind of, you know.
Uh-oh.
Right? Am I getting myself into trouble here? I don't know.
Maybe.
But
Sponsored by
by Photoshop. Again. I wish. I mean, if Photoshop would sponsor us, I would still be honest about it, but
I would so be honest, man. If they ask me something that they want to sponsor something, then I would tell them.
but I don't
What I think about their program.
I honestly like Photoshop.
Yeah.
Call me.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Like, once you've gotten the hang of Photoshop, it's like, I feel like it's such a pain to get into that once you've gotten into it, you kind of want to stick to it because it took you so long, you know? It's kind of like, okay, now I have this random skill and I want to make use of it. I don't know.
It's like you're. How do I put this into? I guess it's like doing your driver's license, learning stick shift, and then you're asked to only drive automatic. But I learned this. I kind of want to keep driving this because this was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So much work.
Ah.
What are you using, Anta? Just curious. Are you using Adobe?
She's listing Clipstudio Paint, Autodesk Sketchbook as examples. And Tumblewee's mentioning something called Mental Canvas. I haven't heard of that one yet.
Mental Canvas? Interesting. Okay, I was totally oblivious that there were other options besides Procreate. But like
Me
everyone
too.
was
I've
just
only
like,
ever used that.
Interesting.
Usually all these programs, and correct me if I'm wrong, are this one feature of Adobe really, really well done, but none of the other stuff. So you're always, if you're specializing in a certain thing, then these programs might be better for you, but if you're like a generalist, like I am, I do need Photoshop. Some programs, I think Procreate for the longest time was missing filters, for example.
But they have it now.
They have it now. Like this is pre-plague times when they didn't have this.
Pre-plague times.
This is what it will be known henceforward, Kevin.
I usually always work with both because you can then take it from Procreate and add or keep working on it on Photoshop. So I always combine the two, which is maybe not the easiest way, but
I feel like it makes sense. I think I heard it that from a lot of people that they start out the drawing or painting with Procreate because it's so intuitive and so like quick. And then when they really want to finish it and get like touch-ups and everything, then they pull it into Photoshop and like do all that like almost post-production magic with Photoshop.
Magic. Yeah, that's how I usually do it because Procreate is quite intuitive and it's like also I love how you can use your pen like on paper. I used to always draw on a Wacom tablet as well, but now it's so much easier doing it this way. I guess it's just getting used to things.
For sure.
I do want to point out, for as long as this reference is still on screen, I would love this person to accessorize with tiny chess figures.
Ooh, interesting.
Like a knight necklace, something like that.
Because it's a
rook zipper. Because it's like a chess field, right? Chessboard. It's checkered.
It is.
It is indeed.
Like the first chessboard, the one that my father used to have, had these like ochre brown chess fields. So I'm just reminded of that.
Interesting.
Not just black and white, but light brown into dark brown, which makes me very nostalgic for chess right now.
Oh. Well, to look at it from a completely different side, checkers are really in style again, curiously enough. Because they used to be really in style during the 2000s when like everyone had like the checkered Vans and the checkered everything, checkered backpack, checkered belts. And then it was like really not in style for the last couple of years. And now it's really back in style. So for everyone who still has their like checkered, I don't know, skater skirt, it's the time to whack that out of the closet again and wear it again.
Now's the time.
Now's the time.
The 200,000 Corona cases and portray them proudly.
Yeah.
No, stay
No.
inside.
It's fine. But yeah, gotta love that repeating circle of fashion.
I'm still waiting for capes to come back in fashion. That hasn't happened.
Oh, capes are always in fashion. That's the thing with capes, I think. Honestly, it's so cool.
Did you know Antonio Banderas specifically studied fashion to try and bring capes back into fashion?
It's fun.
Like after acting as Zorro, he got so fond of capes that he went to study fashion to make them cool again.
But they are always cool.
They're always cool, but
They're just inconvenient with backpacks, and people need backpacks because they need to carry around a lot of shit all the time. I think that's the main issue with capes.
I think that's an issue with backpacks, honestly.
The other side of the coin, maybe.
You know who was here first, right?
Yeah, okay. Oh, man.
This is some serious blame shifting here.
Are we gaslighting capes?
Maybe.
Hopefully not.
Poor capes.
Poor capes.
Just there's so much variety in them. I did send you the subreddit Cape Revolution, right?
Yes.
Very important, very important.
I feel like capes also make you look really important.
Mm.
Like the way you move is very, I know what I'm doing and I'm leaving now. It's quite a dramatic
Yes.
It's like a
movement.
statement.
Very much so. Imagine if one government decided to just, ditch suits and I'm not sure what the dresses for formal occasions are called, and just goes with capes from now on.
The government?
The government, yes.
That would be-
Like one government should just do that, and they just
Ministry of Magic.
yes.
They just redefine
That'd be awesome.
the workwear fashion, or like the the white collar fashion in their country
Yep,
to like cape fashion. That's it.
it'd be amazing.
What would they wear underneath?
Oh,
Suits or like?
question.
I guess what would you wear with them? I'd go with some Victorian style
So you-
shirts and blouses. Yeah.
So like the whole deal then.
Yeah.
It's not just the cape. It's like because you could totally mash it with like jeans and t-shirt and then a cape.
Yeah,
Maybe.
That's for the citizens, but for formal occasion, you need something that has a bit more,
Oomph.
yeah,
Okay.
some more bravado.
I see. So Tatjana, since this is a fashion episode, which fashion piece would you bring back that is currently not as trendy as it should be,
Ooh, good question. Let me think. Something that's not trendy. I'm not quite sure what is on trend right now. Since everything, a lot of,
It's moving really quickly right now, although
yeah, it's crazy. Let me think. I love hats
Oof.
because hats usually don't fit my head. I have a very weirdly shaped head, which you can't really tell if I have my hair like this, but hats usually look way too big on my head. But I love them, so I would love if it was a policy to wear more hats, like crazy hats as well.
fun.
Like the ones that people wore to, like the English hats with
Ooh.
shapes.
Okay, so far it goes together. I think the capes and the hats.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
like,
top hat specifically, right?
yeah, I mean that would work
Oh,
really
berets.
together.
This would also,
Some good berets.
yeah. Also like tricorns with capes.
Well, that's dramatic.
Yes. It's heavy leather tricorns. Collars that cover your face.
Wow.
You just look like Inquisitor. Yeah, let's go. That's what the Ministry of Work also wears. When they invade your home to see if you're having fun working.
Yeah.
So Tumblr just made me intensely jealous because she said that in college in Portugal you actually wear capes.
Really?
That's
What kind of capes?
why don't you share this with the world? Why is this confined to your country? That's not fair. I don't like this.
But you can just wear capes. Lars, you live in Berlin, the city where you can
It's true.
literally
Yeah.
wear whatever they want
Okay, true.
and get no second looks about it.
Right, I could just run around like a Bloodborne character and nobody would bat an eye at me.
No.
That's correct. I've seen worse in Berlin.
We can all wear the capes and the hats.
Okay, I think the time is up. Sorry, I paused it because it was so much fun. Man, it's awesome. I love it.
Ooh, love it. Really nice,
really nice,
Tatjana.
Tatjana.
Nice.
Really.
Should I
Nice.
make it look a little bit smaller?
It's really cool.
Here we go. Oh, that was so much fun.
Yes, it was.
It's really good.
Okay, so I'll just put this
Thank
in one
you.
folder.
I'm excited to see yours.
Oh yeah, show us,
Okay,
Kevin.
I'll show-
I've seen it.
you can see it.
Nice.
Here we go.
I think there's also some British colleges that use capes. I'm
I
looking up
love-
under. That's really cool.
Alright.
I love the details on the jacket as well.
Yeah,
and
it's
that
too many
face.
details. So
Ooh,
not
what the
enough
fuck?
time, unfortunately.
Cool. Love it.
Alright, so guys, Lars, it's your turn now.
It's my turn.
It's Lars's
You know,
turn.
the formal version.
Love it.
Alright, so. Alright, you can choose. I will go away.
I have like 40 reference pictures, so at least like flip through a couple of
I
them.
really like this one a lot.
No! You can't just take the first one.
There were a couple that I thought were really cool, but I can't go back, right?
Can you not?
I actually love all of them. I think I'm gonna use some of them later as well, just to get into some drawing
That's
in a
nice.
drawing.
Tumblebee saying, we did look up Traje Universitario. Supposedly, it's where J.K. Rowling got the inspiration for Hogwarts uniforms.
Whoa!
That's awesome, man. I think when I have a child, I will move there and get him in that school.
Just for the fashion.
Yeah, just for the fashion, and then I will just have it.
You'll just wear the school uniforms
Yeah.
when you pick them up.
I wish they were striking some more interesting pose where just slouching in every single pose.
Well, I tried to find
Lars is
fashionable.
always complaining about the
No,
references.
I'm
Yes,
not
last
complaining.
time as well.
I don't mind drawing this. I'm just confused that, poor posture is apparently something that fashion models just...
Yeah, it's a thing. It looks hot.
Why does it look hot?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm not making the rules here.
That's hilarious.
Ooh, that hat.
Amazing hat.
Look at the belt, though.
It's white.
Wow, that's
Oh,
a
it's-
belt.
That's an intense belt.
That is the belt.
I remember the times when I'm not sure if it was a trend. I think it was a trend, where people or me wore belts with everything, even with any dress or any
Yes.
jacket, even on top of jackets.
Everywhere. I did the same thing.
But these really big belts, not as big as that belt is, but
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
nice shape. You can make your clothing look completely different.
But it's also really lazy to just use a belt and not like have it cut nicely.
All right.
Sorry.
No, I mean, you can make your own stuff look different.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that
true.
is not like lazy.
No. I mean, just no. Why I said that to give context is not because I want to shame Kevin for his opinion, but because I sometimes watch this like fashion critique YouTube channel, and yes, I do that in my free time sometimes. And he's always like, when there's like a dress, like a a dress gown, like really like an evening dress for a person, and they just like throw a belt in the middle, then he's always just like, that's so lazy. Like, why do you not like just cut it nicely, like have it like boned or like corseted or whatever? But like a belt is just like the laziest way to make it like cinched. And it's a fair point, you know. Sometimes they just like throw it on there, and it's just like, yeah, okay, that's kind of like the spiky rocks.
That's the good. Yeah, I wanted to say it's a
You know?
good takeaway for concept artists, character concept. Because when I design a character, I always give them a belt because it's freaking cool.
It depends on the project.
Unfortunately, it's very boring and lazy. I thought it's not as obvious. Oh my god. Yeah,
Mind blown.
like spiky rocks. Yeah, that's a good.
I mean, I did choose this picture though specifically because the belt here is really like a statement. You know, it's not like a lazy item to cinch the waist, but it's like the key piece almost of the outfit, which makes it really interesting, I think.
And
So
the hat. What about the
the
hat?
hat as well, but the belt, like, it's not like a second thought, you know. It's like it's almost like the thing was designed around the belt. For me, it looks like that way.
Yeah.
And that's why I chose it. So belt can be good, but not always. You know?
So are belts then your favorite fashion item, Kevin?
Belts are my favorite. I never wear belts actually.
You just wear like, but you're really in style in like wearing the shoelaces with your jeans.
Yeah, right.
'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
I
wearing
don't know.
shoelaces in my jeans, but the jeans that I'm wearing with the shoelaces, I'm using them for bouldering. So it's, I mean,
But it's really in style. Like, who did that? Bella Hadid or something did that, and since then everyone is doing it.
what? Who?
Yeah, some model.
Oh,
Of course.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, you're so in style. That's what I said.
Unconsciously.
All right, Tumbleweed was saying, I didn't get it because we mostly use them in September during hazing week and in May, June for end of school year and graduation. And this one is at 30 something degrees. Okay, yeah. The uniforms are made up of pants or skirt and pantyhose, white skirt, white shirt, vest, sometimes blazer, and then the felt cape on top, and it's all black. Aka goddamn solar panel.
Oh my god, it sounds so warm. What is
But it sounds freaking epic. Really.
Yeah.
Like, so nice.
what is hazing week?
Yeah, it sounds something like from Out of Mistborn.
Yeah, sounds like
It's like
really
a high school thing or college thing, I guess. It's like for new arrivals or something.
hazing week. Oh, is it like homecoming basically in America? Please, if you want to, you can explain to us what hazing week is. Tumbleweed.
You guys didn't have a school uniform, did you?
No. Did
I
you?
had one.
Okay.
You had one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I had one in Malaysia.
Oh, right. What was it?
It was a green trousers, everything in green, like a bit military, I think. Yeah.
I was
Wow.
in an anime weep in high school and middle school, so I really wanted to have school uniforms. And I was always like saying like those standard arguments for school uniforms, like, oh yeah, it's nice because people don't have to worry about their like income and buying the newest fashion because everyone has the same school uniform and blah blah blah. But I just wanted to have like the nice little Japanese school uniform and look cute.
Oh my god.
What about
Yeah.
you, Tatjana?
We didn't have a school uniform, but I was very influenced by any films or series where they had like in those American films.
Oh yeah.
So I really wanted a school uniform as well. Especially I went to Realschule, and that was the time when I watched a lot of Gilmore Girls, and I really wanted to have that skirt and that blouse. And sometimes in school I just wore it, something
Nice.
similar, even though then it wasn't a school uniform. But it looked so tempting. Now I'm quite glad I didn't have to wear something like that.
Yeah, I think it has its ups and downs having a school uniform.
For sure.
I don't know. I don't remember it to be a negative thing in school, but I was very young, so I didn't really care about it, I think.
Yeah.
Anta is saying, we have a school uniform in all schools in Ukraine, but these aren't same for everyone. More likely rules like it have to be a black or green costume with skirts for girls, but everyone had a different model and it looked so ugly.
So you have like a, kind of like a dress
Color code, yeah.
A dress code situation.
Even wearing dark jeans wasn't allowed. So wait, as a girl, you were just allowed to wear skirts? That's
Or like suit pants, maybe.
That's I don't know what to say about that. Tom was saying kind of like what you see in American frat house, sorority house films, initiation rituals, games though in general, not as hardcore.
Okay.
Mm.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah, I
Sorority
think
house
probably in
films.
other countries it's a lot stricter with school uniforms. I have a friend who went to school in England, and she always said that the teachers at the beginning of the school year, were standing at the front door with makeup wipes to wipe away the makeup that a lot of girls or boys put on their faces. And her especially, she loved to put on makeup. So, and that day she especially put on a lot of makeup and then had to stand in front of the door, and the teacher were just wiping her face.
Damn,
That's
It's
nasty.
crazy.
that's really crazy. No makeup.
Do they ever have like a good reasoning for that? Because I feel like it's almost always some
Just
teacher projecting
shaming.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. In the school where I was for a year in America, we had like a kind of like dress code rules, but they were really loose. So it was just like your skirt had to be like when you were standing straight basically, and your fingers that were on your thighs, your skirt couldn't be shorter than your fingers basically. So
So weird.
but people did it anyways, and sometimes they got like dress coded, so that meant that they had to change their outfit, and if they didn't have anything else with them, like any gym shorts or whatever, they would just like, I don't know, get something from the school or something for the day to wear.
What about someone who has very short arms?
Well,
Yeah.
then this person can wear very short skirts.
Yeah, it's like that's a gray area.
But sometimes it was also I cheated it sometimes by wearing tights underneath. Because technically, like you were still wearing, and I remember that I was wearing very short dresses sometimes with tights, and I didn't get dress coded. But then once I wore like jean shorts or whatever in summer, and they were too short, and then I had to switch.
Man, I want to see that rule written down in some document.
It's pretty common. And also no spaghetti straps.
Oh.
Like the straps had to be
I
like
thought
two
plastic.
fingers thick, I think. Not like.
Anta's saying, I always felt so upset about because of that. My parents always chose uniform for me, and I didn't like it at all. Just hate it. You don't have a proud feeling of wearing uniform because it's not a real uniform.
Yeah, it's just.
But at the same time, you're not allowed to wear something you like. What a bullshit. Such a stupid rule.
Yeah, that's like the worst of both, actually.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
I'm sorry.
So I assume that with this, she's actually wearing like clown shoes, right? So
Yeah.
Like
I think
cowboy boots.
I feel like we will not see the feet. There's like this flow from bottom up. There's like the flow going up to the head, and the head is like stopping the flow. But,
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe you can't see the feet. It's just flowing up.
Maybe just really like points, and the trousers are really wide at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it fits,
No,
right?
no.
It does fit, man. It does fit, but you can
I
do
think she's wearing like really sharp and pointy shoes, not very long, big ones, but
missed opportunity. No.
Okay, Mr. Joe.
I was joking.
I love imagining her with clown shoes, though.
Yeah.
I imagine would be right.
Oh, guys, by the way, if you want to show us your drawings, you can do that in the Discord. stream share folder.
Oh yes, I'd love to see.
Yes, so we'll take a look at it at the end of the session,
That's right.
and then upload your stuff there, and then we can react to it and admire your skill. Yes.
So do you always have topics for each drawing night?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah. Because we pick out the references. But like sometimes we just do classical life drawing, for example, and then we choose just a reference pack with some life drawing poses.
Yeah, it depends on the guest and what the guest is doing, because in your case it's very we felt like fashion would be very fitting and would be nice to see what you will come up with. And with Axel Sauerwald, for example, we did creature design because he's really into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always depends on the guest then.
Yes. Exactly.
When we didn't have guests, we kind of did whatever we wanted or felt like.
I think
All those times.
I think the two of my favorite sessions were Make It a Meme,
Oh my god,
and that was hilarious.
that was pretty funny.
And
That's so good.
yeah, we had some funky photos, and then we turned them into memes. It was super fun.
And we took the photo references ourselves, so it was like us striking really weird poses and then making like memes out of that.
You guys must have such a good, like a lot of references of yourself as memes that you can send off then.
Yeah, actually.
It's true.
We kind of do, yeah.
But you don't use them as much as you should.
Probably not. But I've downloaded this like sticker app, so I'm right now making stickers of like mainly Kevin actually to like send around when the timing seems to be appropriate.
Why doesn't this work? Why does your Photoshop refuse to work this way, Kevin?
What exactly?
I can't use the, I guess because it's hard-coded brush. It's weird. If that makes sense. You have this thing where you can make the brush bigger and smaller, but when I do that on my thing, I can use any kind of tool and makes that one bigger and smaller. So, it's odd.
Yeah.
How's it going for you?
I don't know.
Are you all drawing well?
No, I'm just listening. I'm observing what people are doing around here. Yeah.
I think this hat has a thing.
Nice.
So Tatjana, I have a question for you regarding your art style.
Okay.
Would you rather spend more time on telling a great story with your artworks, or spending more time refining technique?
Well, do you mean having a message or having it look nice?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh, I see. I love a good message behind an illustration. Where in the end it doesn't really matter if, I guess it's the same as what we've been talking in the beginning about letting go of perfection. Yeah, I think that is the most important part, to have a good, or bringing something, a story to life or a message to life. And then in the end, it doesn't matter if you draw a person and the proportions aren't exactly how they should be, or if you can still see the sketch underneath. Also, what is a perfect drawing anyway?
Yeah, true that. I feel like in this, it's a weird question as well. I just realized because I feel like maybe it could be more a question of would you rather be perfect in technique or perfect in storytelling? But I guess storytelling would be mostly the priority of most people, right? But to tell a good story, you also have to be able to use the tools correctly so people can understand what you want to tell.
Yeah,
So it's kind of, so technique does play a role,
for sure.
but having a message also. And I think the one can't live without the other for a good picture.
Fair.
Well,
It's kind of a combination of it both.
I have this one real life example where I guess I don't want to fight it, but I just want to present it because it's really interesting. Let's fight. Do you know One Punch Man?
Yes.
Do you know how One Punch Man started? One Punch Man started as a... Sorry. Tatjana, you were going to say something?
Oh, sorry. I just I didn't really understand the first sentence.
Oh, if you knew One Punch Man. It's a...
I don't know Punch Man. No, sorry.
All good. It's well, I guess most people know the animated show, but it started as a very, very, very crudely drawn webcomic. But its storytelling was so good that people read it anyway. Then it was picked up by like a renowned manga artist who redrew the entire thing, and then that got picked up to become an animated show. So it went through a bunch of iterations, but if you go back to the original and you see like one page without reading through the thing, you wouldn't look at it twice because it looks so crude.
Interesting. Now I want to see those paintings, those drawings. I mean, if they're so bad.
They're not bad, but they're definitely not what you would call anything near technical perfection.
Yeah, no. Okay, that's not what I meant anyway.
Okay.
I meant more of there has to be some kind of balance, so you have to
get your message across, basically.
Yeah, you have to know your tools so you can get the message across. It doesn't mean that the technique has to be perfect. It just has to be effective, kind of.
Okay. I mean, his storytelling, like I mean, see for yourself. I guess that's the...
How you call it? Like One Punch Man original drawings?
Yeah. That should give you some good indication.
I guess with a lot of fashion drawings, it's probably not about, not always about a story. It's about the fashion item in a way. And maybe that is focused a lot on having something look very nice. It's different than concept art where you have to create a character or book illustrations where you actually have to tell a whole story or having to show a character. But I guess in fashion design, you're portraying a character as well, or a person who is wearing something. So maybe it's all combined together again, and having a story, even in fashion items or just a big belt.
Yeah.
Who is that person wearing this big, dramatic belt?
I feel like fashion is very interesting because you see the drawings, they look very artsy sometimes, but they communicate like the shapes and how the dress should feel if you see it, all the flow and all that. But also in the context of history, fashion is always some kind of
response, not an island.
Yeah, it's always a response to what's happening in society, and that's what I found very interesting. Like there was this course on YouTube, and the professor was always saying, fashion is a response, not an island, my dears. And she was always referring to how things, what kind of things were happening in that period of time, and what fashion was doing as a response to that. So
there's to directly say something to that. There's literally a study that correlates like the height of plateau shoes to like the economy.
What?
Turns out that
Oh,
when
yeah.
the economy is bad, the fashionable platforms are higher than when the economy is good for whatever reason.
Oh God.
Yeah, but was it the same thing?
You know
Where
what?
we also realized that every time Nicolas Cage has a
No.
movie-
No?
No, it's not the correlation kind of thing. I think it's an actual like thing.
That's hilarious.
In
It's like
history.
how I call the Vier Reiter der Apokalypse.
Yeah, it's like a
Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, the four
Horsemen.
horsemen of the apocalypse. So there's one more apparently.
it's platform shoes.
The platform shoes.
Guess what's in
rider.
style right now? Platform shoes.
Oh really? Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. Also, like economy in ancient Rome, like bad economy and people were wearing platform shoes.
I mean, I guess if the economy is bad, then there's a lot more like dirt on the street because people, you know, city gets dirty or whatever. You can't maintain plumage anymore, whatever. And it's stuff nasty, so you want to have high shoes.
I want to see character design now, like when the economy is really bad, or what people are wearing
Yeah.
in Turkey right now, where the economy is kind of going down, like wearing like 2 kilometers high platform shoes.
I won't be able to see it, but they're so far high up.
But yeah, fashion really is a response to stuff that's going on.
All right, guys, 1.5 minutes, and then
What? Oh, shoot.
it's done.
I wanted to do so much more.
Drawing's really nice, Lars. I love it.
Thank you.
Looks great. I'm excited to see Tatjana's drawing. Really interesting because on the stream you can't see the shoes either, like of your drawing.
Yeah.
So
Perfectly
it
planned.
works.
Oops. Oh yeah, I didn't draw any shoes actually.
That's cool.
Zoomed into the belt.
Just the belt.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So I know because we talked before stream and yesterday and stuff that you're currently not in Berlin, but in Budapest. So do you have like any art projects that you want to push there? Because you said that it was like a kind of a retreat for being creative and
Yeah.
rekindling the passion.
It's a little getaway from that's what I've been saying earlier, not being so happy with my work right now. I've been mostly doing a lot of projects for clients where they have very specific ideas of how something should look and what to expect from me. So I've been feeling a bit stuck from that, and I haven't really taken the time a lot to draw for myself or go on any sketching adventures. And during Corona, I moved from Wedding to Neukölln into a flat where I have to still renovate and build everything. And so there was no kitchen and there weren't any floors or walls. Well, there were walls, but it was all very run down.
Yeah.
So every time I've stopped drawing for a job, I was just in this flat and just thinking about what I have to make or renovate. So I thought I'll just run away. Run away from my problems and take a break and just do some fun drawings again. So I've been going out with my sketchbook. Actually, the sun was shining today, so I took my sketchbook in my backpack and went on a little stroll and did some drawings for fun.
Nice.
And also trying to, maybe that's why I've been talking so much about digital work and actually working on paper, because I haven't drawn on paper for such a long time. So that's been kind of my goal, to just get inspired by some time away from responsibilities, basically.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's crazy. I mean, also like all the bureaucracy that you can do. Sometimes I feel like they all want you to stop drawing and start doing all the paperwork.
True.
Because
Yeah,
it's like it's so much
exactly.
work always, man.
Yeah,
Driving me
it's
nuts.
It's driving me nuts.
Yes, it is.
Driving me nuts.
It's what people always say when you really love to do something for fun and then you turn it into your job, you lose the fun in it. And I always, I still love drawing for myself, but I haven't done it in a while. Since if it feels like a task you have to do, yeah, I just feel like for jobs, sometimes it didn't feel so creative anymore. So
Makes sense.
trying to get some creativity back. I sub-rented my my room in Berlin, so I could afford to live here for a month. So it's quite nice to be in a different place and eat some different food.
Yeah, for
And,
sure. Having new influences, seeing new architecture. And
yeah, and Budapest is crazy beautiful. I've never been here before, but the architecture is so stunning. And yeah, it's it has some Berlin vibes, but it's a lot more clean.
I mean, Berlin is so dirty. Like the first time I
Yeah.
came here, I was like, man, this is the dirtiest city I've seen in Germany. It's crazy dirty. Now I can't see it anymore. It's a really nice drawing, by the way, Tatjana. I love it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, thank you so much.
I love the pose. I love the shapes.
Oh, you know what kind of fashion trend I think could make a comeback?
What?
Shoulder pads.
Oh,
Why?
dear God.
Oh,
Okay. The fashion savvy people object.
I mean, sure.
I could imagine there's maybe some more, maybe waterproof fashion coming up because like the sea levels are rising. So maybe they're like trousers and shoes or something. You can buy shoes and trousers in one.
Yeah.
So
Also
if-
makes it the plateau shoes.
Yeah, you need plateau. Yeah, right. You need the plateau shoes so you
wear
can you're not in the water. So like that.
Not just high fashion, high water fashion.
And then there's maybe jackets, and if it's too stormy outside, you can just use like security carabiners to secure yourself on trees or whatever.
Interesting. There was actually a fashion show where the model, like the catwalk, was kind of watery, or they were actually walking through water, and it was because of the fashion was also really like apocalyptic, and it was because of climate change. So we're already there, Kevin.
Oh, okay.
It's just not mainstream yet.
like it's not new.
Not mainstream yet.
Yet.
Okay, guys. So let's take a look.
Oh yeah,
at-
post your stuff to Discord. It's still in the chat if
Oh,
you.
are we done drawing?
Yeah,
we
we're
are.
drawing.
Okay.
Oh, we're done.
Yes, we are.
That's very. It was 2 minutes longer. Then again, I took like 2 minutes to actually find my reference. So it's all good.
Right. We're already over time, lad. No.
I was just typing back the time.
Copy that.
Oh,
Nice.
I
It's us
love
again.
such a sassy pose.
I redrew that post like 3 times, I think. Need to be perfect.
Perfect. Action.
Mhm.
Ooh, here we go.
Okay, wait a second. I have to. Sorry, that I forgot to set this up first. Also, your cam just stopped working, Tatjana. I just realized.
The can where
We
I've
see a
been
frozen
drawing.
picture of you actually, but not you're not moving.
Oh, okay. Let me see. But you can still hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you. Perfect.
You're fine.
To the perfect coin.
Maybe it'll come back to life.
All right, guys. So this is how it looks now. And
Are we in the Discord? Oh my god, I
We're
see
in
Michigan
the
and Kelly
Discord.
and I love them.
Ben Benson.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Show us, make it big. Oh my god.
MTV.
Yes, love it, love
That's
it.
nice.
He's hot.
Bam Bam Son. Bam Bam Son.
Nice.
Love
Yes.
the pink outfit.
Awesome that you're drawing with us. It's awesome. Yeah.
Really cool. So cute.
That's a really simple one. That's awesome.
It's very nice.
Oh, so cool.
Oh my god, thanks for joining.
He's some clearer
That
now.
smile.
He didn't actually occur to
Ooh,
me.
Mousy
Yeah.
Bummel.
Ooh, yay.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
So pink.
Yeah, he's striking that confident pose in your
Mhm.
paintings. Awesome.
Gotta be confident with that big belt. Oh,
Nice. Oh,
those
really
are-
cool.
That's nice.
Oh,
Very-
look, Mousy Bummer did the chess pieces.
Nice!
Yes, you've been heard,
I've
Lars.
Your dreams.
Ooh,
oh, so nice.
That's spooky.
That's pretty spooky.
that's really spooky. You know what that reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
Isn't there a movie when somebody's like turning transparent and then they paint him so people can see him?
That sounds eerie, but I don't know. Maybe something to shorten
He
it.
paints himself so people can see him. And
Yeah.
I don't know which movie that was, but I was really freaked out when I saw it when I
There's
was
the
young.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen where that happens. And there's also the aptly named Invisible Man.
Hmm.
But that one's strange because he becomes like invisible from like his skin inwards. So
Mhm.
like you keep seeing like different parts of his body as he goes invisible.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice Bummel. Nice Mousy Bummel.
Ooh,
That's really
what
nice.
is that?
That's Taikutsu.
Taikutsu.
Like
Taikutsu.
Oh, Underpool. Oh no. Lucas.
Lucas.
Awesome Lucas.
Nice. Such good shape.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, one more is coming, I think.
Yeah, Tumbleweed is getting ready to fire the Death Star. Oh,
So cool.
or not.
I need to work on time management. We all have to.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh man, that's awesome.
My turn, nice.
Sweet.
Love it.
Really cool.
Also, are you using the $50 brush? Am I seeing the $50 brush?
Ooh, those lines.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, that's nice.
$50.
Here again, I love the flow. It's
From far
Nice.
away, almost
Looks
looks
very
like Lady
effortless.
Dimitrescu, doesn't it? Look at the white flowing gown and the white hat.
Mhm. True.
Oh my god, yes. From, yeah, Village, right?
An der Siegen Bösen. Das Dorf.
All right, guys. I think that's it. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for Tatjana. Oh, more. Jess Collins.
One
Nice.
more.
I love that background texture as well. I mean, it's on the background texture. I love it.
I like the goodness.
Ooh.
That one I can actually look at. That one doesn't completely overload my eyes.
Ooh, Eileen. All right, now that's it, I think. Guys, all right. Thank you for coming.
I mean, we've said it's not the $50 brush, but where can I get it? It's actually for free on Ahmed Adori's.
Yeah, it's Ahmed Adori's brush setup.
Yeah, on
Wait, I
Gumroad or
can
something.
post it. Yeah, check.
But you can also buy it for $50 on our Gumroad.
Yeah.
Never gets old.
I don't actually know which one of those, but they're all very good.
It's Could have told you.
Matters. Yeah, we're not sponsored. But
Yet.
Tatjana, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure talking with you and drawing with you.
Thank you guys for having me. That was so much fun. That was actually because I just arrived here to get inspired and do some sketching. So you guys gave me the perfect start into like letting go and just drawing for fun.
Nice.
So thanks guys so much. And
Yeah.
it was also so nice to chat with you guys. I haven't talked to you in such a long time, so it's nice to hear your voices.
yeah, same.
Sweet.
And
All
so
right.
cool to see all these versions.
Huh?
It's so cool to see all these versions, all these different drawings
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
of
always
the
best
same
part.
picture, but they're also individual and so yeah, such talented people here.
Sure.
All right, guys. So take care. See you next Wednesday for the stream with Kika.
And maybe some in between cozy morning streams.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
spontaneous
Very spontaneous, cozy morning streams.
to be announced on the Discord. I think.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.